Morning. These are all of the updates I can find regarding the death and ongoing investigation of Nex Benedict, the 16-year-old non-binary teenager who died on February 8th following an incident at their school on February 7th in which it has been reported they were beaten up in a girls' bathroom by 3 older students, including having their head bashed into the floor repeatedly. Please remember that given all the parties involved and the fact that this is an ongoing investigation involving multiple minors, I need to stick as close to confirmed reporting as possible on the content I broadcast. Not only will some folks use instances of hyperbole to discredit or endanger those reporting on this matter, I do not wish to unintentionally contribute to misinformation. I know words like murder and assault feel good, and they may end up being true. However, at this time, I can only speak to what has been confirmed. Up front, a number of well-meaning people were very quick to spread the idea that Nex Benedict was Native American, specifically Cherokee. Chuck Hoskin Jr., the Cherokee Nation president, put out a statement yesterday stating that they've searched their database and cannot find any record of Nex being a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. At that time, a number of other well-meaning people said that Nex was Choctaw. As of this morning, I cannot find any statement from within the Choctaw Nation confirming or denying this. Why would this be important? There is a long history of missing and murdered Native women and queer people that has gone uninvestigated and underreported. If Nex was indeed Native American, that is important context that has been missing from this news cycle. However, this also brings up that many people have said that if Nex was Native American, then they were Two-Spirit. This is part of an ongoing misunderstanding that the term non-binary equates to the term Two-Spirit. Native creators such as Charlie Amaya Scott have made wonderful videos educating people that terms like transgender or non-binary or queer are not the same as Two-Spirit, that the term must be understood within a Native framework, and that each tribe's definition of Two-Spirit may differ. Saying that Nex was non-binary and possibly Native American and therefore equating to Two-Spirit erases this important context. I encourage you to seek out Native creators for further context on this matter as more information is released. As to the school, Owasso Public Schools finally released a statement yesterday. According to them, the incident on February 7th was a simple physical altercation that lasted less than 2 minutes, with each student being able to walk to the principal's office and nurse's station under their own power. This denies the previous claim that Nex was unable to support themselves without assistance. It goes on to basically state that the school did everything they're legally required to do and are thus absolved of any culpability. They go on to say that they are cooperating fully with police and that due to federal privacy laws, cannot release further information at this time. I would imagine the information in question is anything that could potentially identify any of the girls or teacher involved in the event. Minors are protected from public disclosure unless it is determined they should be tried as an adult. As for the police, reporting as of last night still has them not providing further comment and simply reiterating the facts as we know them. They are unable to provide a confirmed cause of death and also stated they will be interviewing both school staff and students over the next 2 weeks before submitting their investigation to the Tulsa County District Attorney's Office. Folks, it could be weeks, maybe months before we get any kind of official cause of death. This morning, a reporter out of Tulsa shared a statement from Sue Benedict, the mother of Nex. The statement thanks the public for their love and support and goes on to apologize for misgendering and dead-naming their child, saying that they were still learning. Additionally, Nex's mother confirmed that their chosen name will be reflected on their headstone. There have been a number of minors in my comment section saying that they are students at the school or otherwise know the parties involved and are inviting people to ask them questions. I cannot discourage this behavior enough. People like Haya Rachik and her followers will not hesitate to dox and endanger you. If you have insight or information, please share it with authorities, not random commenters. One last thing. A screenshot from Nex has been made public featuring a text exchange on Wednesday, February 7th at 8:48 p.m. The screenshot states that doctors were concerned about a concussion. It also states that Nex had been on the receiving end of ongoing bullying by these 3 specific girls and poured water on them, which seems to have resulted in the ensuing fight. This detail is now being used by Haya Rachik and her supporters to state that actually Nex was the aggressor here and that they were not innocent, that they targeted these girls and even bragged about starting the fight. I cannot help but think of last summer when I shared what has become known as my Let Kids Be Kids video, in which thousands upon thousands of commenters insisted that the bullying I endured couldn't have been that bad, or I'd have fought back, or that I should have fought back, or that if they'd been in my position, they would have fought back. Basically, when stories of endless bullying of queer kids get shared, people come out of the woodwork insisting that queer kids need to fight back, except I knew in my soul that if I ever did fight back, that would be all the excuse my bullies and aggressors would have needed to put me in the hospital or end my life. They wanted me to fight back. They told me on multiple occasions to give them a reason to hit me. If they threw a jar filled with screws at my head, oh, it slipped. They meant to throw it in the trash and my head got in the way. It was an accident. If they called me a slur for months or years on end, told me they wished I was dead, I just had to take it because if I ever said anything back, if I ever fought back, if I ever stood up for myself, then I would be the aggressor. I would not be innocent. Except in the eyes of those who hate queer people, our identity automatically removes our innocence. We deserve to be targets because of who we are, shoving it down the throats of family values conservatives simply for asking for the same name recognition that a cisgender heterosexual woman asks for when she gets married. Oh, I'm not Susan Smith anymore, I'm Susan Jones, please respect that. We deserve to be targets if we stand up for ourselves. We deserve to be targets if we don't. The truth of the matter, as has been my experience, is that they simply don't want us to exist. I'll continue sharing what I can find as this story updates. Until then, there are some phenomenal allies in local news stations around the Tulsa area who are providing fair reporting on the matter. Please listen to them. Please listen to Native voices. Nex deserved better. Be there for the queer kids in your community. Please stay safe. Hope this helps.